Hi folks. This PowerPoint tutorial will show you how to take screen grab, insert a picture, and animate text. Now it's really important that you do animate text in your PowerPoint presentation, especially for those people that are doing the how to create your account, how you use Google Maps, whatever it is, okay? Because you really want to draw people's attention to specific things in this tutorial. And you can do that by animating text. Okay, so let's get started. So how to take a screen grab. First of all, the first thing that I want to talk about, Google how to do this. Okay, if this doesn't work for you, that's okay. Every computer is a little different. I'm working on a newer MacBook Pro, so the way that I do it might not be the same way that you do it. That's fine. If you can't figure it out, just Google it and you'll find the information that you need. Okay, so with a Mac and with Mountain Lion operating system, what I do is I hit the Command-Shift-4 buttons at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Command-Shift-4. And you see this little crosshairs right here? What you want to do is you want to drag this around whatever image you want. Okay, so let's say that I want to just sort of copy this right here. You drag it around whatever you want, and then as soon as you release the button, it will take a picture of whatever it is you just highlighted. So I'm going to release the button right now, and it just took a screenshot. Okay, so it will show up on your desktop as screenshot something or other. So let's take a look at that. Okay, it's right here, screenshot, whatever the date is. So I'm going to go back to PowerPoint. And then if I want to insert a picture of that somewhere, I come up here to New Slide, and I'm going to do a blank slide. Okay, and now I'm going to insert, come up here to the menu. Okay, and again, your PowerPoint might look a little different. That's okay, depending on what computer, whether it's a PC, whether it's a Mac, whether it's an older version of PowerPoint, that's totally fine. But I'm going to come up here to Insert, and I'm going to scroll down to Photo, and I'm going to come down to Picture from File. So I'm going to go to my desktop here and find Screenshot, and I'm just going to double click. Okay, so it just pulled that in. Now you can make it a little bigger if you want by sort of dragging on these handles. Okay, and since the images that you're going to work with for these digital Charlotte tutorials need a border around them and a drop shadow, okay, if you need any clarification on that, you can see the style guide, which is posted on Moodle for these presentations. Okay, so here's how you do it. You want to make sure that you're highlighted, right, the image. So if you clicked out here somewhere, you're not going to be able to format the image because you haven't told PowerPoint what it is you want to format. So you have to click in here and see how you get this sort of box that lets you know that that's what you're working with. And then come up here to the top, Format, and scroll down to where it says Picture or Photo or whatever it is. Okay, so border is actually in PowerPoint, it's listed as line. So you want to format this line around it. Right now it has no line. We're going to give it a line. So I'm going to choose this bright blue color. And I'm going to come up here to weight and arrows, because as you can see down here, it's really thin. It's sort of a thin border. We want it a little thicker. Come up here to weight and arrows, and right in here, I'm just going to hit 3 and hit enter. Now you can see it's a thicker border. Okay, it looks a little more interesting, and it pops off the white background. Again, make sure you've highlighted it and that you're on it. And now we're going to add a drop shadow. So again, go up to Format. Okay, scroll down to Picture or Photo or whatever, and then you're going to come over here, highlight shadow, and you're going to click in this button. Okay, and you can see here that it just added the drop shadow, so you click OK. Alright, so now we're going to go on to how to animate text. Again, you can Google this. If this doesn't work for you, you can always Google how do you animate text in PowerPoint for PowerPoint 94, PowerPoint 98, PowerPoint 98 PC, whatever it is, you can find information online because the internet is awesome. Okay, so don't freak out if this doesn't exactly work for you, because you can always find it, information however you want. So keep in mind that when you are doing your presentations, you want to present information slowly and carefully. So if we were to look at this from the slideshow presentation, from the current slide, this is how the information would pop on the screen. It would pop on all at once. And for users who aren't that comfortable, or viewers that aren't that comfortable processing a lot of information all at once, this might be too much to take in. So what you want to do is animate it and have it come on at different times. Now to do this, okay, I'm going to show you up here. See all these different tabs? There's a tab here in my PowerPoint program. This is where I click on, and then I can see all these different animations. So this right here says entrance effects, which means that these suckers right here are going to be the animation tools that you use to animate how your text down here enters your PowerPoint presentation. So for example, right here I'm going to highlight this, and for this one I'm just going to have this dissolve in. Okay, nice and easy. And you see that little one pop up right there? That means that that's the first animation to pop up. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like right now. Boink, that pops up. Now it doesn't really look right because this text comes on and this text comes on automatically and this is animated, so that's not right. What you want to do is you can leave this text on automatically, but what you want to do is animate this one first, this one second, and this one third. So then you have to come down here, highlight what you want to animate, and click whatever animation style you want. So this one, and normally for these PowerPoint presentations, for these screener videos you're going to be doing, dissolving the text in is fine. It's simple, it's effective, it's easy, it's not too distracting, so that's what I recommend for the text. Okay, so this is the third thing we're going to animate in. Add that dissolve. There you go. Now we have 1, 2, 3. So if we take a look at it, there we go. And each one of these will be a click. So when you come up to slideshow, play from the current slide, I actually have to click through each one of these for them to come on screen. So when you're recording your screener video, this is how you'll do it. You'll press the down key or the forward key or whatever it is, and each one of these little animations will come on one at a time. Now, let's say we want to animate text. Sorry, not animate, well, yeah, animate text. So we want to highlight a particular piece of text on here. So let's say we want to animate Google this, okay? Or, no, let's animate something down here. So, or be on a different computer, or older, newer computer. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh no, what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go ahead and do insert, because we want to insert a shape. So insert up here, and then you find shape down here. And the one that we've been using for these Digital Charlotte tutorials is right here, the sort of rounded rectangle. So I'm going to highlight that, and then I can click off this because I don't need it anymore. And then you see these little crosshairs? That's when you sort of hold the button down and drag whatever you want, whatever shape you want to create, around the text you want to animate and highlight. So there we go. Now as you see, that's not really useful because it created a shape on top of the text, and that's not what we want. What we want is to create a border around the text. So go ahead, come up to here, the format menu, click on that, because we need to format this, and we're going to format this shape. And the very first thing you want to do is come up to here to fill. And as you can see, this color right here is this color right here, and we don't want this color down here because we can't see the text underneath it. Come up here and click No Fill. See? So then that went away, and then we can see the text underneath it. Now what we want to do is come to the line item over here, which is basically the border around over here. So click on line. You can choose the color. Okay, I kind of like red because it really pops out. And then again, come up here to weights and arrows, and just like you did with the formatting the image border, when we format the sort of animated shape border, we're also going to pick a weight of 3, and then you can come down here or just click return or enter. Okay, so now this is highlighted. But again, it's not really moving, it's not really animated. We're not really animating this particular area. So what we want to do is come up here to animations. And again, this is where it is on my PowerPoint. It might be somewhere different on yours. That's okay. So animated. Okay, this is highlighted down here. I'm highlighting this particular element of the slide. And we're going to animate it. So, and again, we're going to animate how it enters the screen. So we could do, let's see, I think the wheel is pretty good. Right, so it draws attention to the text right there. You could also do the spinner. It's always a classic. Okay. Rise up, pops up from the bottom. Okay, so that's fine. So now when we see how this PowerPoint will look when you're doing your screener video and clicking through based on the script, this is what it will look like. Okay, so it pops up right there. Now let's say you want to highlight something else. Okay, again, format, insert. We're going to insert a shape. I'm going to use the circle for this one because sometimes when you want to really draw attention to little buttons on a page, if you're trying to create a Flickr or Tumblr account, and there's a button, a little round button at the bottom, it's kind of good to pick the circle. So let's just say I want to highlight a button down here. I'll highlight a piece of text or whatever. I'm just going to draw a circle. Okay. Come up here to format that circle, format that shape. Click on shape. First thing you want to do, you want to get rid of that fill. Okay. No fill. You want to come back here, you want to fix that border, which is the line. We'll make this sucker orange. We're going to come up here, have a weight of 3, click OK. And then I'm a big fan of the bounce, so I'm going to animate this with the bounce. Okay, there you go. So it's pretty simple, but again, when you watch this video, and you're going through the style guide, the PowerPoint style guide, and you're looking at some of those digital tools, tutorials on the Digital Charlotte YouTube page, for example, the how to create a Facebook account, how to create a Pinterest account, how to create a Twitter account, how to create a YouTube account. All of those tutorials should have some type of animations in them, like these, that draw the viewer's attention to exactly what they're supposed to be doing regarding the step-by-step instructions of how to create those accounts. So it's very important that you pay careful attention and animate certain elements of your own PowerPoints and your own Screenr videos for these tutorials. Okay, so do the best you can, try to have fun with it, and good luck. Thanks.